Hello, traders. Just after 2 o'clock on the 2nd of October, 2019. E from MarketWizards.com and E-mini Wizard. Reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. And the battle cry of one-way traders is always, wait till you see where we are 2 weeks from now and whatever. I say, what about today? Make the best of each and every day, and then the weeks and months take care of themselves. Totally ridiculous to be a one-way trader and not understand the significance of these types of moves. It's not to say you can't have a bias and be wrong, but I believe it's ridiculous to just have a one-way mentality. Just leave too many chips on the table, and obviously you're always looking. Half the time you're looking the right way, half the time you're looking the wrong way. The markets ebb and flow. So two-way traders obviously will do better, in my opinion, in the long run. And there will be some times when there are anomalies where a one-way trader is going to do very well. In this case, a one-way trader the last 2 days has done very well. But that's based against a backdrop of a rising market. And who knows where we end. So let's just take a look at a couple of charts we've got. There's an intraday chart. First thing you notice is we obviously held that 52 resistance that we had talked about from yesterday, and then we had a significant plunge, about 75 points today, and right out of the gate came out shooting south side with absolutely no relief for the longs. And that led us to believe that make sure you're paid by that 82 to 80 target and assume that we need a contra, we need a bounce. We had several reasons for target 74, and a big reason was put on the table by Zeke, and that played out nicely. And anybody that's taken a contra, it's going to take time, in my opinion, to get out of Dodge. So for now, intraday basis, this 92, 93 area is very important to hold to keep the longs captive. This last month's range, we took that out. And first target, 28.74. We noted, obviously, that we had over 100-point trade coming into the 95 zone from yesterday's high. That's pretty significant. And we wanted to make sure as we approach that 95 to 92 paid for sure. And then whatever was left over is the good fortune part today. Looking at a yearly chart, we note 28.81.75, call it 28.82 is where we are tackling. We've abandoned the top box. We're arguing in this box, and then this is obviously our next support box. That's based on a yearly basis. Predictive market shows us the 71.25 as our base support at an extreme level. Primary target should be this 91, and then the extreme will be here below us to that 81, and then obviously the 71 to 72 just below. 29.75 is the flipper, and you'll note how that contained, and we use 32 stops for the morning push. Five RTH, toboggan ride. This is the classic umbrella trade, underneath the blue line, underneath the blue line, underneath rain line, and obviously underneath the green and red lines as well. So shaping up that this 90 area is obviously still going to be an important idea. That's the RTH. Here's our Globex 10-minute chart. We told our traders that has worked exceptionally well for the last 2 days. got underneath the rain line and we've stayed underneath it. And this is the classic pattern that when we get many charts lined up, this is the type of a plunge we can get. And we read this line, as long as we're underneath that blue line, we are still looking south side. Haven't even hit the red line at all yet today in the RTH market. So this tells us back here at 98 resistance basis this chart. Angels and demons. 47.5 demon overnight. Got the push. Every time that you look and see an angel that gets beat, tells you you are in a trend. Demon set and has never been challenged. Plunge type day, 78.5 current angel attempt. RTH, 1475, first bar out of the gate, the demon. 78.5, our angel, and we can see all of these broken today. And we've had no contra until the lunge started to try to consolidate. So that tells me be very conservative this afternoon, thinking too much more south side since all our targets have been hit. Here's our RTH chart. And basis this chart, that 98 is resistance. Obviously the 92.5 ahead of that. And longs need to get it up above 86.25 to start getting any traction on this chart. And looking at this chart, the daily chart, one of the technical things I'm looking at obviously is this prior low right here. We've come through this, all of these white bars, and now once we've had the mirror image to it, this is our next support. The low of that bar right there should be 53.5. And here's a gap chart that we have been looking at, always trying to find next opportunities where they're trying to close, and we need a chart that has RTH values to show that. This is one of the power charts that we look at, and obviously we've closed a couple of gaps in the last few days, and we've needed this type of a pullback. So Rosh Hashanah, sell Rosh Hashanah has come in strong this year, and let's see what happens from here. Cannot make any predictions about taking out these lows. All we know is that we've had a healthy sell that we've needed to get better balance. And at this point in time, we are using the 72s as our support for profit taking on today's move. And the next session for the live trading room will begin next week. And for those that want something like the Eagle training, which will give you a better value for extended period of time, then obviously look for Eagle training program. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.